It's definitely been a minute since I last posted a video. I just bought this 79 300D or 300 TD. Been going through it, making sure it's ready to go. I want to turn to a daily. I'm doing a lot of work to it, but I just figured I'd show you guys the progress on it and hopefully start making some more videos. Just use a cheap rig. So, I mean, it ain't perfect, but she has 246,000 miles on the clock. It's an NA, so there's absolutely no blow-by at all. Engine runs perfect. You guys probably seen my other videos before. That's my other wagon. I still have it. It's, obviously has no suspension underneath it. So, right now I'm doing a powder coating, and I'm doing that right, so it's taking a while. But, right now, I'm trying to get this one going. Right now, I'm doing a differential swap. Got new mounts, new flex discs. Got a whole bunch of other parts in here for it. Windshield seal, transmission filter and gasket, air filter, a bunch of different light bulbs and shit. Brake hoses. Of course, all Mercedes stuff, except for the stuff you can't get Mercedes anymore, like the flex disc and this mount. There's all the hardware. And here, there's the battery for it. I have it out right now. I'm painting up the differential cover and the hardware. There's a differential right there. It's a bit of mess in here, so don't worry about that. I bought it used. It was off of a 1980 300D. This is the newer style differential without the bolt-on doodads on the side. This is the newer style with the seal on the side. You can't find rebuild kits for the older style anymore, so I went to a newer style differential. My other one was leaking super bad from the seals, so I can't find the seals anymore, so might as well upgrade to the newer style. This is a 1980, the same exact gear ratio as my old one, so it shouldn't really matter on the speedo specs and all that, so I think we're good there. Right next to this Honda moped, we got old diff, as you guys see. She's pretty greasy, but you can see what I'm talking about with the bolt-on like seals or output shafts. I don't know how to explain it, but there's the old flex disc. That differential is going to my other wagon. That's a 288 diff. You guys know about 288s and the 1985 only. So that diff's gonna go on my 81. And this one, I don't know what I'm doing with it. It's perfect condition. It needs rebuilt. So why'd you ask, why did I take the diff out? If it was in perfect condition, just leaky? Well, my CV axle, the boots were completely shot, and they were actually leaking the oil. Originally, the CV axles had oil in them instead of grease. The later ones had grease in them, but it was leaking quite a bit of oil, and it was splattering it all inside of here. And you don't want to run it like that, or else you just blow up your CV axle. So instead of that, I sent them off to get rebuilt. So yeah, that's what's going on there. We got some minty fucking cheap ass discs on here. They're new. They're not Mercedes, which is fine. The pads aren't bad either, but I think I'm gonna keep those on, even though I hate these cheapo discs. They're not very good. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some new brake lines on it. They're you know, cherry. So we're gonna replace the rear hoses. Might as well do the front as well, since we're gonna have to bleed the whole system again. But according as a car, it's actually fairly nice shape. The interior is a little worse for the wear. A little dirty. It's got these fucking cheap. Instead of fixing your dash lights, just put these weird little lights on it. So those are getting ripped out. That floor mat is missing. No, carpet's junk. But it's kind of this cool brown color, which you don't see a lot. Of course, you got to keep the antifreeze in the back. That carpet is missing. As far as the engine goes, I did the oil. I did oil change, filter change, valve gasket change. I did a valve adjustment. Air filter is new, so I'm not going to replace that quite yet. I'm still going to do this fuel filter. I did the inline one, so that one's brand new. The old one was super nasty. It was like almost plugged up. So we're going to keep an eye on that, make sure our tank isn't full of shit, and yeah, make sure that's good. Gonna replace this old crappy Napa filter. It's been on there a minute, if you can tell. Also, cleaning out these drains. There's a drain right back here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right underneath this like boot, there's a drain. Make sure those drains are clear. Same as this one. There's drains right here with this vacuum going through it. Yeah, make sure those are clear, or else you get water inside your car. I took out the battery tray. It only has one bolt holding it on. I found that somebody replaced one of these bolts with a screw. So right now I'm trying to find a replacement bolt to go in one of those guys. Of course, this bolt snapped right here because it was not even a bolt anymore. It was just round. My battery box is actually not that rusty compared to my other car. But I took that out and cleaned out that drain down there, so hopefully the water will stop coming in. I had a lot of water sitting in here on this side. It seems pretty dry. It rained pretty good last night. There's a little bit of water down here, but I think this is just left over from residual water. So right now it's dry. It's supposed to rain a little bit more this week, so hopefully we can see no water in here. Make sure she's good. She got a little rust on her. I'm not really sure how this even happens. I don't know if this is bad paint prep or what. It's not like rusted through. This is kind of really scaly. But overall, it's not actually that rusty. Rockers are good. Jack points are good. The bottom of the doors are a little rusty. The rear driver door is definitely the worst. There's then a little rust right there on that fender. But other than that, it's pretty solid. So yeah, we're gonna get to it, and we're gonna replace this fuel filter. And then I snapped off a bolt on the differential mount, so I have to get that out. It should be pretty easy. And man, she might be ready to go. All right, we got our 22 mil on there. Just gonna crack this guy loose. And actually, it's really tight or really loose, so we actually didn't really need to do that, honestly. But yeah, now we can loosen that guy, and we're able to spin this guy off. Oh yeah, you know when your fuel filter is black and it's supposed to be silver. Like, look at that. That's inside of the fuel filter. That's like an oil filter right there. Yeah, she hasn't been taken care of very well. So yeah, we're gonna replace this cheapo Napa filter. I wonder if there's a year on this. I doubt it, but yeah, we're gonna replace it with the Mercedes one. There's the part number on it. Also, we got some new O-rings for the bolt. Also a crush washer, which I don't have. But yeah, you want to replace that little O-ring right there. Also the crush washer on the back of this bolt. I don't have it. I'm just gonna reuse it. It's probably not a good idea to replace or reuse it, but I don't have one, and I really want to get the job done. If it leaks, it leaks. I'll find one. But yeah. All right, got my O-ring off there. Looks like that is my guy. I got two of them. I don't know which one was what, but it looks like this is my guy. There's a part number on it, right here. So yeah, hopefully we'll get this guy all tidied up. Got my new filter ready to go. I'm gonna put some automatic transmission fluid instead of diesel back into it. It's kind of like an old trick to get your injectors a little bit more lubed up and working well. So I'm gonna do that. Put my rim back on, put that back on, and we should be good to go on this project. All right, she's in. I just have to tighten it down. Should be good to go. All right, now we're underneath the car with some sketchy jacks. Next project is right there. I actually broke this bolt on the differential mount. Good thing is I have extra of those bolts. Bad thing is I just need to get this thing out now. Hopefully I don't screw it up. But I'm just gonna use some vice grips and try to take it out. Luckily there's a good amount of material there that I can use to grab onto. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Well, just got off the phone with the people who are rebuilding my axles. And they said that one of them was rebuildable and one wasn't. So I just had to pay an extra $100. Quite a coincidence that I'm working on this right now. And then they called me. So I should be able to get those in a few days, and then we'll be able to put this thing back together. But I was able to get that thing turned a little bit before I got that phone call. So I think we'll be able to get that guy out, no problem. All right, we got it out. Just took some finagling. But we got it. Yeah. I'm glad that is over with. So what is next? I need to put those brake lines on, maybe change out the power steering fluid as well. Since that sounds like it's easier, I'll probably do that. Here's what I'm using. It's a man filter, 004662104. Yeah, I don't know when the last time I replaced. Considering everything else I've replaced so far hasn't been replaced in maybe 10 or 12 years, that would probably be even worse. Because usually not a lot of people replace these guys, because it's kind of like the last filter you kind of think of. That and maybe the transmission filter as well. But yeah, people go, oh yeah, fuel filters, oil filter, it's good, you know. But make sure you guys keep up maintenance on this guy as well. Maybe it'll, longevity of that will matter. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. Oh yeah, the fluid is blacker like oil. You see a little bit of red in there, but yeah, she's a little bit due for maintenance. Yeah, that should not be that dark. Usually it should be pretty red. Yeah, you see a little bit of red there, but like you gotta shine through some light to get that. But yeah, I'm just sucking it out with this guy. I know you can probably just take off the drain plug off the steering gearbox and drain it out that way, but I think this will be fine for now. I plan on, since this is this bad, I'm probably just gonna refill it, take all the fluid out of this reservoir, replace the filter, and then maybe a couple thousand miles down the road, I replace it again to just make sure everything's all flushed out properly. I do plan on maybe replacing the steering gearbox with a rebuilt one, since she has a little bit of play in the steering, which you would kind of expect with 250,000 miles, and I guarantee that thing's original. So yeah, but we're gonna just do this for now and get this baby changed out. All right guys, got the reservoir all cleaned out. There's just a little bit of fluid down that little crevice there, but yeah, it was pretty black. Here's the filter. It is, you know, black as can be. This is a 3-piece filter. I don't know, I'm not super familiar with these types. This one is like a 1-piece. Here, I can open it up for you guys real quick. All right, here's that man filter. Looks like that. Here's the filter that came out of it. It's making an absolute mess here on this. Oh yeah, look at that. You guys can kind of see why the color of that is, but that's how it's sitting in there. I couldn't find any replacements that are this 3-piece type, so I don't know if you can actually just buy this inner piece right here or what. But I don't know if it's also compatible with vehicles who have that but also have this. I'm guessing this is just the same thing, but this a little bit better than that one. So I'm just gonna put this 1-piece man filter in. So we're gonna put this guy in. There's also this spring and this retainer guy here. I'm gonna clean those guys up as well, and we're gonna pop this bad boy in. All right, guys, next up, I got this piece of cardboard over the engine bay, and we're gonna pull off all this old insulation off the hood. Literally every time I close the hood, this stuff just falls down into the engine, and it just makes a mess because it just crumbles. So yeah, they're like that. So I'm gonna just, do one of those numbers. And just get all this stuff off. I mean, literally, it just falls off in chunks. I plan on getting a new hood pad for this. It's obviously so yeah. If anybody has any, that's gross. Okay. That's actually quite satisfying. That was easy. Just gotta pick up this fucking mess. But, yeah. That should be a little better now. Not have to pick up all these little bits once I close the hood every time. But yeah, that is done. All right, next job, the brake lines, which are pretty hard. There's a little bit of fraying on the back, and then honestly, they're blown out on the bottom, right there. All right, got a 11 mil line wrench, which goes on there perfectly. All right, so we're just gonna crack this baby loose, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, got that line replaced, nice and brand new. Here's the old one. As you guys can see, the bottom it's just super dry rotted. I mean, the whole thing is pretty dry rotted. So yeah, good time to replace those. Got that side done. Now it's just this side. The line was pretty seeds on it, so I'm gonna let it soak for a little bit. So that's gonna be it for now. So yeah, there you go. All right, guys, got the axle and differential put back on. Yeah, this is a few weeks from the last video that I took, but pretty much finding these little washers right here that go in between the axle and the bearing inside there to make these fit nice and tight has been a really pain in the ass. I finally found part numbers for those, and yeah, got a whole bunch of them, and I finally got them to work. So yeah, both these axles are in. I got the plate, the cover back on and bolted down, as well as the mount there. So yeah, that guy's ready to go back in. Right now I'm just waiting on this. I did a little light RTV on the mating surfaces, so I'm letting that dry a little bit before I put it back in and put fluid in it. Got this brake hose replaced, nice and shiny, brand new. So yeah, that's a little update on this. Hopefully, guys, next time you guys see this, the differential will be back in it. All right. Boom. Well, just like that, car's back on the ground. Differential is back in. There you go with the new boots. That was kind of a process, so I didn't really film any of it, but it's in. New boots, new flex sticks, all nice and tidy. But now we move on to the front. So I don't know if I could show you this, but I found out that somebody broke a stud off. that guy right there inside the hub, and trying to take that guy out. And unfortunately, we're not able to save the hub. I'd have to completely replace the hub to, you know, get my last lug back on. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna replace the hub, do the discs. These are they got a pretty good lip on them. Sure, they have more life on them, but while I'm here, I just might as well replace them. New pads are coming. Here is the bearings and all that. So yeah, got the hub back off. It's a pretty simple process. The caliper is in okay shape. I mean, the boots aren't all ripped up or cracked, so I'm gonna keep the caliper. The hose is gonna be replaced. I'm currently replacing the shocks right now, because these are some kind of weird cheapo brand shocks. So yeah, getting that guy replaced currently with some Bilsteins. So that's kind of the current update on this situation. All right, so finally got this side all tightened up. New hub, new bearings, new seal, new dust cap. Got new brake pads, new sensors, obviously new disc. So yeah, new shock installed, and yeah, she's pretty much buttoned up. Time to head off to the other side. Alright guys, she moves. I think just moved up here a second ago. I'm taking a little bit of a test drive now. Got some rattles in the back from the hubcaps, but it's running good. Good oil pressure. Brakes feel good. So, well, we're gonna go test drive it, see if there's anything that explodes on us, and yeah, see how we do. All right, hey guys, back working on the wagon. Kind of have the cluster out. Also deleted a whole bunch of different wiring and stuff. He had this aftermarket like cigarette lighter underneath the dash, so got rid of all that, all the wiring. Nice little rat nest underneath there. So I gotta clean that part up. But yeah, I have the cluster out because the dash lights didn't work. So I got the cluster out. I got the rheostat out, or potentiometer, whatever you call it. So yeah, got the wrong part. I guess there's a earlier style, which is this type with the two connectors that are kind of farther apart from each other. It's clearly pretty corroded. And actually the spring is not even like in its like little groove, so it wasn't even doing anything. You see all the corrosion inside of that thing. But I was gonna replace it, and here is the one I got. Clearly not the same. This is where it's supposed to go on the cluster right here. So yeah, that would not work. So I just ordered up this version. I didn't know what version I had until I actually got the cluster out. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Going to wait for that, and of course the one I need is like 3 times more money. So I'm sure you can clean this guy up and it'll work just fine. But I'm just gonna buy a new one just while I'm here and don't have any issues with it later. So yeah, I got the cluster out. I'm also gonna replace all the dash lights, all these little guys. It's might as well as I'm here because these are kind of a pain in the ass to replace. Once the cluster's back in, because getting the speedo cable off is pretty hard. And you got some electrical connections everywhere. So yeah, so update. Yeah, she's running good. I took it on a test drive. One of the hubs were warmer than the other one, as you know, you can touch them and you can definitely tell which one was warmer. This one was cooler than the other side, so I took the wheel off and just loosened up the little adjusting nut a little bit, make sure there's no play in it, and slapped it back together. I'm still waiting on a lug bolt there. It's coming in the mail, should be here in a couple days. And yeah, got this guy all tightened back up. Hopefully I'm gonna take it on another test drive after I get the cluster back up together, because obviously you cannot drive without your cluster, or else oil will be speaking everywhere from the the oil pressure gauge like line. But yeah, she's doing good. I'm probably gonna end it off here, guys. I'm just gonna get that part with the clutch back together. But yeah, who knows? There might be another part to this. I do want to replace all the door seals. They're pretty crusty. A lot of the interior needs some work. If any of you guys out there have a tobacco interior for a W123 wagon, I do need some carpet, passenger carpet. This is not the right carpet. I need this side panel piece. This side panel piece right here. Maybe some upholstery. I need pocket door card pockets for both the fronts. Also, I need some trunk area carpet as well. So if anybody has any of that stuff, it is early type. I think it's 78 through 80. I think maybe tobacco interior. But yeah, I already have a new glove box for it and some other little odds and ends here and there. But yeah, she's coming along. Alright guys, we're driving the Benz. We got about 30 miles, or actually 40 miles on her now. Doing good. She got some play in the front steering, a little bit of oil leak. So there's a few things that needs to be fixed on this guy. Yeah, she's driving. So yeah, hopefully more videos to come. The rear suspension is hydraulic on this guy, so, and it doesn't work at all. So it literally feels like there's no suspension in the back. So that's another project that needs to be done on this guy, and you know, the steering is a little, yeah, it needs some more stuff for sure. But yep, she's driving. Anyway guys, appreciate you guys watching. Watch out for more videos coming up, and I'll see you guys later.